What if one mistake, one slip up, one too risky of a jump deleted your Minecraft world forever? Witness me try and survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Alright, day one, day uno. We spawn in a village. Why did I say uno? I can't speak Spanish. As you do when you're in a village off spawn, I broke this guy's house because I'm a great lad. I also stole his bed because I hate villagers. They cause me so much pain later. I also found this great little surface cave over here, so I went ahead and grabbed up my tools. I even made a hoe this time because there were a ton of hay bales, and the only use for a hoe is to slap hay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna actually stick with that. Anyway, I didn't want to have these villagers die because I was around, so I went ahead and left and looked for a spot to at least make like some chests. Because I was not gonna make a house right off the bat because I suck at that. I saw a ton of sheep over here and decided, well, I would, what? I don't want to say enslave them because that's what I do with the villagers later. I mean, they're volunteers, okay? They're volunteering sheep, volunteering villagers. That's how this goes, okay? I would never take anyone forcefully. By the time I got all these guys in their pen, it was already nighttime and I was not looking forward to dying to zombies, so I went ahead and slept. Yeah. Sleeping in 100 days, you don't have that much time. I'm not gonna die, okay? So chill. I don't want the zombies around. For the next few days, I went ahead and went mining because what else am I supposed to do right now? Plus, mining is kind of just relaxing. I can put on YouTube and just go ahead, go into the caves, and most likely die, so it's whatever. While I was going down, I actually found a Y, basically 11 mine shaft, so I was really hoping for diamonds from this thing, but it took a while. I was able to find iron, I was able to find redstone, everything basically, even a chest down here. But I couldn't find diamonds until around this corner, there was actually an 8 vein of diamonds. Yes, that's right, my first vein was an 8 vein. And let's just say the luck did not stop there. Not 30 seconds later, while I was still going through the mine shaft, I found another 4 vein of diamonds, which was perfect. Now this luck kind of continued throughout the mine shaft, but it did take a little bit of a break until I found this 3 vein of diamonds in the wall over here. And then another vein right after that as well. I don't know what it was, but while I was mining these few days, I had the absolute best luck and then worst luck and then best luck and then it was like a back and forth with me and luck, man. I don't know. Anyway, I ended up leaving with quite a bit of good stuff and I was really happy about our first mining trip. Then since I didn't want to die again, I went ahead and slept another night. Look who I stole, hired. They're definitely getting paid. Oh yeah, and they already had a child, so breeding's working. I also hired this guy. He's gonna really love his job. Then I went ahead and planted some sugarcane because I need more drugs. I don't need more sugar. I need books. Then when I was done with breeding, I went ahead and committed some deforestation because I enjoy it. I'm just kidding. I did this for wood. Don't think otherwise, okay? I went leather hunting and ended up killing this child's parents. That's on me. I really wanted an enchanting table though, so I needed more leather and I wanted books, and that's why these horses are dying now too. So you know what? I'm a pretty bad person in this video, actually. And you also need obby for an enchantment table, so I had to go down into a ravine and sit in a hole and mine this with a stupid diamond pickaxe with no enchants, and it's so slow and it was so boring. Then some e-girls rolled up on my base, and you know how we handle them. Once they were all killed, I wanted to do a raid, and I don't know why I wanted to do this because I'm stupid wanting to do this. This was probably the worst idea I've ever had, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, it started off really simple, and I think there was only like 1 villager in the entire base, and it took them a long time to find him anyway. I was actually really comfortable with the raid for quite a while until they started spawning a lot bigger mobs. Let's just say I didn't realize I had tier 3 bad omen when I started this raid. I thought I just had tier 1. Let's just say the raid got a little bit easier when I realized I could just go underneath the giant rhino things. Let's just say at one point I ran out of my food and I had to run all the way back home. And let's also hypothetically say I had to do this 3 times. Yeah, let's just say it also started spawning evokers or whatever these Squidwards are called. I'm in iron armor getting chased by flying guys with swords. This was the worst idea I've ever had. All of that just for a freaking hero of the village achievement. Time to be boring and gather some deep slate because I think it's a cool block to use. Then I gathered sand and started smelting it because I need it for my next build and I really wanted to watch a YouTube video. Okay, today was moving day. I wasn't happy where I was located, and vegans look away. I went ahead and grabbed everything up because I was gonna move to a different location, which took me a lot longer than I thought, but hey, anyway, this is our new place. Oh yeah, I also borrowed some cows from the wilderness. They really took a long time to actually make it to our base, I'm not gonna lie. Before I started building my house, I wanted to head back into the mines because I wanted to make sure I had everything for this build, and I don't exactly know what I really wanted other than diamond armor, and you know, I totally need that to build, right? I'm not gonna lie, I really love these one vein of diamonds. These are awesome. These one veins of diamonds are really gonna help me get to diamond armor so much quicker. Oh, don't worry though, I have tons of gold. No diamonds, but tons of gold. Sure, now I find the blue rock. All right, cool. Overall, I did leave with some pretty good stuff, okay? I'm not gonna lie about that. It was a good mining trip, and I'm happy I went. But now it's time to actually start building my house. I had to outline a circle for it because that's what it was gonna be. It was gonna be a circle, okay? I like circles. What? Don't be mean to me. While I started digging out the circle, I realized that there was actually a cave under here, and I had to start lighting it up. Yet do I know that this is going to be probably the worst experience I would ever have. I continued lighting it up until I saw 2 skeletons and another creeper, and I just booked it through with lighting. Unfortunately, I got stopped pretty heavily, and I got shot back into a creeper, and I had to accidentally pop a totem. Which, if I didn't have that totem, I would have 100% died. But after that, I knew I had to leave. Once I got out of there, it was time to make my diamond armor. I was done with this, okay? I did not want to rock with the iron anymore. It was just time to upgrade. Not gonna lie, the base is actually looking kind of okay. Like, I'm not a huge fan of dark oak, but when you, like, strip it down and make it not, like, dark, it's actually good with the deep slate. Oh, yeah, and if you want to know how I made the circle, I totally did not generate it at all. I definitely didn't do that. I would never. Why would I ever generate a circle? I don't need to do that. I can just, you know, use my mind, whatever. Time to do the floor because, you know what? I don't want to actually walk around on dirt the whole time. I think my shoes would get a little bit muddy, and I don't really want that to happen. I'm not gonna lie. Plus, diorite and deep slate, for some reason, look really, really good together. I don't know what it is, but it's probably the fact that they're both not, like, similar colors. Yeah, anyway. I actually think this base is looking kind of decent. Once I put a roof on it, it'll look even better. But hey, you know what? I kind of like the circular design. It's definitely not done, but I think you guys kind of get the concept of what I'm going for here. So what do you think? Well, ran out of materials. Time to go back and mine for a day. Yay. And don't forget about your friendly neighborhood deforestator, because that's my name. I'm a superhero who takes away forests, because that's not bad for the environment. And the last piece of it was glass on top because I really wanted to see all of the birds that are in this game that fly above your base. That's right, there are no birds. Well, the glass is cool anyway. Now that the outside's done, I went ahead and started working on the inside and tried to make this staircase look not horrible. Yeah, I'm not really good at staircases, but I was gonna do a double layer chest system, so this was definitely necessary. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of chests. And it wouldn't be me trying to build a base without not getting enough material, having to go deforest another, well, forest. I feel like it's time to head to the nether. I haven't been in here yet, and I wanted to check out my spawn and probably get some more EXP levels. Let's just say I was not happy with my actual spawn. However, I did end up breaking a pickaxe, getting some quartz, so that was probably not a good idea, actually, but oh well, we broke it anyway. I went ahead and put some piglins in a hole and tried to trade with them, but it wasn't very successful. There was a ghast shooting at me, and I didn't like the process because I also didn't have a pickaxe, so I couldn't leave when I blocked myself in. Then I tried to get another piglin in here, and the other 2 escaped, got shot by a ghast, and this was just not a good experience. I was getting destroyed by piglins and a ghast. It was just not a good time. While I was building up, the ghast was still shooting at me, and I had to hopefully not get knocked down. Then I grabbed all of my stuff, and it was definitely time to leave the nether. I did not want to be here anymore. Time to go back to working on the base, and I was going to need a new pickaxe, which I enchanted with Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4. Not the absolute best I could get. I was only missing Fortune, so I'm actually kind of happy about that. I worked all into the night, changing up my roof a little bit, so it would be more of like, I don't really know. It's like a deep dish pizza kind of looking house. That's what I'm thinking. As well as I did a little bit of designing on the side, and I think it actually turned out pretty okay for my first base. This was way more of a storage base, but hey, you know what? I think it looks good, and I don't really care what you think because it's my base and I'm living here for 100 days, so shush. I mean, hey, at least I have a lot of storage that I can use for individual blocks, I guess, because I don't know what else to use all these chests for. Not gonna lie, I wanted level 30 again, so I went right back into the nether. And I was still mad at the piglins, so I decided to, well, murder all the children, okay? Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, and then this ghast made me mad, and I was totally not down for that. He was definitely worth the XP at least, let's just say that. Oh yeah, and then I basically found a worthless bastion. I don't know what it is about these things, but I always have the worst luck when I go to them. But in one of the chests, they actually did have pig steps, so I was actually fine with this. Once I had 36 levels, I headed right out of the nether because I didn't want to be there for too long. Who would have thought the next few days were spent down in the mines? Honestly, it's not that I'm greedy or anything, but it's nice to have a lot of materials on deck, so that's kind of what I did. Also, mining is a great way for me to come up with more ideas and things that I need to do next. Nothing like some good old deforestation to keep my mind occupied. So as you know in hardcore, villagers are basically key to a lot of things. I was gonna need them if I was going to continue this world, and that's exactly what I did. I started laying out plans for a villager-like trading hall. It actually started looking pretty good. I was kind of happy with the design of it, and then I had to go grab sticky pistons from a nearby, not really near, but nearby swamp. That was basically the last part I needed for me to finish this off, other than obviously the roof. Once I got there though, I was definitely able to farm up quite a bit of slime, and actually later, it's one less slime than I need. Oh yeah, and I was out of deep slate again, so you know what I had to do. I actually think this is starting to take shape. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do the roof, but I think it looks okay. All right, so I think the inside's actually looking good. I was able to get the glass in so I could put the villagers in there, and then I have the zombie tunnels and I have all the pistons set up so I can at least do one side right now, because like I said, I didn't have enough slime. This roof was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to make in my entire life. I wanted it to be more like a barn roof, and let's just say I have no idea how to build roofs. I think the exterior design is also pretty good. I don't know, I didn't actually have any plans for the exterior design, but hey, it looks like an H, or a lot of H's. Then started the process of having to get these guys all the way back to my new base and into their, prison. I also dug out a tunnel so that it wouldn't be as hard next time, and I guess it moved it along a little bit quicker, but I still hated this process with everything in my body. But we have them now, so that's pretty nice. I now have villagers who are not imprisoned. I misspoke earlier. It's, you know what? It's a prison. I can't come up with anything better right now. I was also able to bait in a golden zombie, and I named him something special. His name is Bob the Builder, and he's a very special man to me because he's going to kill all of the villagers when I need him to. I wanted some fletching villagers, or whatever they're called, so I went back and grabbed a couple more guys. They were definitely happy about their 1x1 space in a prison, or barn. We're just gonna call it the barn. See, now I have 5 really happy villagers that will never be able to tell me they're unhappy. And then I had to go back and grab the villagers that I wanted to breed because I was gonna need some villagers to breed. That's the point of the breeding villagers. I got this villager upstairs and hooked him up with a couple beds up here, and yeah, he's gonna be one of 2 of my actual breeding villagers, so I hope he enjoys his life. Hey, buddy, I got you a new friend. No, don't go down here. What are you doing? Oh, you guys already want to go at it. Okay, you know what? Can we just get upstairs first, please? Thank you. Yep, all at once. Can we all go up, please? This would be so much easier if we all just went up the stairs here. Thank you very much. All right, goodbye. Have a good life. See you later. Make some babies. I'll be back. Can you guys just make me a child? Ooh, this looks bad. So eventually I was gonna need blaze rods so I could actually go and fight the dragon and slay the thing, and I didn't have any of that yet because I haven't found a fortress. So that's what I decided to do, venture out for a fortress, which is way further away than it needs to be for some reason. After crossing through quite a few biomes and over all of the basalt, parkouring my way through, I finally found the fortress on the other side of this lava lake. The worst part about it though is that I didn't have very many blocks, so I had to mine some to get over there, and you know what? Hey, we found the fortress, it's all good. Time to spend my time killing giant cheese sticks that light you on fire for literally no reason. Once I was finished with that, I left the nether because I did not want to be here any longer than I needed to. I was not willing to risk my life unless it was for something cool, okay? And being here just generally is not cool. All right, so I spent the next couple of days working on a wheat field, and the reason for this is because the villagers need bread. And I don't have any bread for them without the wheat field. So yeah, you know what? It was definitely a great use of time, and I think it looks good. Do you know how long it takes to place torches in a decently large area? I figured out how long it takes. Too long, okay? All I wanted was not to have mob spawn, and now I have to put down 1,000 torches around my base. Oh my word. I spent the next few days with some villagers because I really needed them to have good trades for me. Hey buds, welcome back to being a villager and not a zombie, because I need you to have really good stick trades for me. Okay, bye. Okay, there's gotta be a way to get this process faster. These guys would not give me any books that I actually wanted. This is so annoying. Eventually though, I did get mending on this guy, and let's just say that's the only thing I needed. I was so happy about this. I finally got another useful enchant on this guy, and it was prop 4, and I was so happy about this. But then the other guy also gave me prop 4 for a way cheaper price, and I realized my mistake. What do you mean? After this unhappy accident, I went ahead and stole some more villagers from the nearby village. It was definitely not easy to do, and this one even started running away all the way to his composter back in his village. So I had to put him in a boat, and I had to go break all of the composters in the village so that I didn't have to worry about him running away again. Then I did my civic duty, and I went ahead and put him right back in the 1x1, not prison cell that he's going to be living in for the rest of his life. Then I went ahead and made an extra farm for potatoes and possibly carrots later, because I felt like I was going to need those for farming villagers later, and wheat wasn't going to probably be the only trade that I get. On day 60, I went back up to my villager breeder so I could steal another villager and add him in as another Fletcher. Also, one of the children escaped, and I had to murder him. You know what? It's on me, but it's whatever. He did instantly turn into the Stick Fletcher, and it was time to turn him into a zombie and cure him, because I'm a good owner. I headed back into the nether the next couple of days because I really wanted to get my piglin trades over with. I had 2.5 stacks of gold, so I was really hoping I could get all the ender pearls that I needed, so when I wanted to face the dragon, I'd be fine. Unfortunately, let's just say that's not how this worked out. I did end up getting quite a few piglins in this hole though, and sat here for quite a while letting them just farm all the gold and give me whatever they wanted to give me. After 2.5 stacks of gold, I literally left with 2 ender pearls. Now, you're thinking, what kind of luck is that? Yeah, it's the opposite of dream luck. So we're 60 days in and I still do not have netherite armor. Now, I'm not really a netherite miner. I've never done this before, but I went ahead and used the pickaxe method instead of the bed or TNT because I don't have beds or TNT, so this was probably my only option. It ended up working though because I was able to find quite a bit of ancient debris. Take it, yes, it did take 5 full days to find all of this ancient debris, but I still say it was pretty worth it because now I can actually make a lot of netherite armor. I ended up with 28 ancient debris, which means I can almost make, I think, a full set of armor and tools. I don't really know how much you need for that, but yeah, 28's a lot. We were able to make 7 different netherite ingots. That is awesome. That means a full set of netherite armor and 3 tools, which is basically all I use anyway. I had a really good set of diamond ready, and I turned that straight into netherite. It wasn't a perfect set, but it was already really good with a lot of prot on it, and I was gonna use this later. I had to put it on for show though, because you know what? This was gonna go on an armor stand for now, and it just looks amazing. I'm so happy we finally have this. So I needed more apples, and the only way to do that is deforestation, so I went ahead and found another forest to take down. Yeah, not my brightest moment. You already know we had to do one more mining trip to end off the 100 days. Yes, I know we're on day 70, but we do have a dragon to kill and a few other like workshop things to do before the 100 days ends, so yeah, I'm back in the mines. Now, of course, this isn't like super necessary. I don't absolutely need these resources right now, but it's always fun to go mining. Plus, like I've said before, it definitely doesn't give me time to go watch YouTube or anything, so you know, it's fine. Alright, we're heading back into the nether today because I really need to finish out getting all of my ender pearls. Now, I've had really bad luck in the past, as you guys know. The first time I did piglin trades, it went horribly wrong with a ghast, and I didn't get barely any ender pearls. But now I have 4 stacks or so of gold, and I'm going in hoping I can find a piglin who is going to actually give me the pearls that I require. Now, after a long time of trading, this guy did eventually give me what I needed, and I had plenty of ender pearls to go and fight the dragon. And that was my next goal, and while trying to leave the nether, this ghast actually almost ruined the portal, and I probably would have been stuck in there for a long time. But for now, it is time to prepare for the dragon fight. I made all of my ender pearls into eyes, and it was time to look for the dragon. I threw the first eye of ender, and it pointed directly towards the sun, so that's exactly where I headed. While I was running, I ended up in the swamp that I used for the slime balls, and I really wanted to try out the clay method. If you don't know, 2 blocks away from the center of one of these clay piles facing south can find diamonds. Now, I don't know if this is actually true or not, so that's why I wanted to test it out. And I mined straight down from exactly where I thought the diamonds would be. Let's just say a few dozen blocks later, I actually dug straight into diamonds. I never thought this would work. I don't know how people figured this out, but this is actually a really funny method. On my way to the stronghold, of course, I run into a bit of the ocean and I have to make myself a boat, but that's all right because there was a tree right next to me. On my journey, I actually did find a jungle along the way, so of course, I had to go in there and get myself some melons and bamboo, but it didn't distract me for too long and I went right back to searching for the stronghold, which we ended up finding here on this beach. And of course, while I was mining down, I ended up falling straight into a ravine, which I don't recommend, by the way, but luckily I have feather falling and I had my bucket ready just in case anything bad was about to actually happen. Of course, the stronghold was in the ravine and it was pretty easy to find, so I then went ahead and started my search for the portal room. Now, these things always give you the most trouble, but it didn't take me too long to find this one. So as you do, I put in all of the eyes of Ender to start the portal. I gave myself a send-off and I put the last one in. Boom, we are now in the end. It wasn't a terrible spawn either because, we actually ended up right next to the island, so I didn't have to build anywhere, so that was good. And I'm sure you guys have seen hundreds of fights, so here's some music and some highlights from it. Yeah, that's right. I just brute forced an entire bed explosion just to kill you, you dumb dragon. Get out of my lobby, kid. And of course, I'm not going to ruin the tradition of not grabbing the EXP. That's like a luxury here. I kill a dragon, I get the EXP. We all know that that's what you're supposed to do. The next couple days were, of course, went through the portal to go and get myself an elytra. Now, I didn't spawn in the perfect spot, but I did have pearls, so I was able to pearl over to another island and I would be fine. And you all know why we're here. It's time to crank up the render distance and find myself an end city. And since we're in single player, all the chunks load, and I was able to find 2 ships right off the bat, which means I would spend my days going and grabbing myself my first 2 elytras. Now, the first end city that I went to didn't have any other loot other than the ship, so I just decided to build straight up and go right for my elytra. And since I had a looting sword, I decided to kill some shulkers and hopefully get myself some shulker boxes. So my inventory was really full and I didn't have enough wood to craft a chest. And I actually big brained this and I grabbed the chest from over here instead because this is a chest that I don't have to craft, and so I was able to make myself a shulker to get rid of the inventory problem. Then of course I grabbed my first elytra and I got the achievement Sky's the Limit. Now I spotted another end city in the distance, but this one didn't look like it had a ship and I wasn't sure if I was gonna go for it. In fact, I later decided against it since it didn't really have anything other than just end city loot, and right now I think I have better stuff than end city loot and it really wasn't worth it. So I had to mine some blocks so I could get over to the other end city with my second elytra. Once I was high enough, it was time to put on my elytra and begin my first flight. I wasn't able to make it up directly to the end ship, so I did have to start from the bottom and mine some more blocks, and it's okay because it actually did have a little bit of loot. Like I've said, end city loot isn't actually that bad, but it's nothing compared to my full netherite that I have now. Then of course I made my way to the second ship and determined whether or not I really wanted stuff from these chests and grabbed my second elytra. That's 2 elytras in the span of a very short amount of time, which means we're really set right now. Plus, my villagers at home already give me mending and unbreaking, so I really don't have to worry about these guys ever breaking. Then I took my final flight home and I made it straight through one of these portals. Luckily, I didn't fall through the earth and I actually landed on this platform, and that really did scare me a little bit, but we're fine. It's nice to be back home. Well, time for some really good deforestation, and this time I had replay mod. Yeah, after that we have quite a bit of wood. I would say deforestation's not that bad. Then I had this great idea to go back into the end because on one of my creative worlds, I had started building a mega base out of endstone. And at this point, I really wanted to try that in this world later at least, and so I needed a lot of endstone. Which in reality, I still would have gotten nowhere near enough redstone for my mega base build that I was planning, and between now and then, I already came up with a different base design, so this was really pointless waste of days, but yeah, so I mined endstone, that's all I have to say. So basically, once I got back, I had to deal with my villagers, and a couple were getting reset. A lot of them did not have like really good stick trades, except for these two who would always give me the 1 stick per emerald, and I really like these guys. But the other ones did not have the same courtesy, and they still gave me like 32 or 26, and even though I turned them many times, they kept resetting, and I guess I'm just really not good with villagers, I don't know. Alright, so I thought it would be a great idea to try and face the wither before these 100 days were up, and let's just say I wasted so much time trying to get a wither skeleton skull. I already had one at home because I randomly smacked one time and I got it instantly, but my luck with looting 3 was horrible, and the only thing cool that happened was this little, like, I don't know, dancey dance I did with a few blazes and wither skeletons. It was really weird. And yeah, that was literally all it was. I sat at this fortress for so long and I didn't get a single skull, and I'm gonna have to end up making a wither farm if I really want to face the wither at this point. Alright, so I forgot to record the beginning of this creeper farm because I am an idiot, but don't worry about that. Basically, to end off the series, I wanted to finish up at least one farm that was basically automatic. I think that's how this is supposed to work. I don't know, the tutorial I watched was some really dumb guy trying to tell me what to do, and I have to fix it in my next 100 days because this is not how you build this thing. Unfortunately, I think I just watched either an outdated tutorial or some guy who thought he knew redstone, and it worked when I AFK'd it, but it wasn't like the best experience ever, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to rebuild this in 200 days, but yeah, that's what I spent my time doing. Building a creeper farm and then AFKing it for a day so I could see exactly how well it worked, and let's just say it was really cool. And I actually enjoy the fact that it's creepers and spiders because I do need spiders for the fermented spider eye for when I do villager stuff, and hey, you know what? That's just an easier way to get all of the stuff I need, and this is actually a really efficient farm. Alright, so I've survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft, which is something I didn't think I'd be able to do. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to a lot of things, and I'm risky in a lot of spots. But now that it's the final day, I figure I finally give all of my armor a name. This stuff is actually really good, and I wanted to give it a little tribute, so I came up with names for my sword, my axe, my chestplate, my leggings, and I ran out of levels, but we don't talk about that. My sword's name is the Wither Whacker because it doesn't give me any wither skeleton skulls, so I figure I name it something, attributing to that. I went ahead and also named my pickaxe because this thing has been here for a very long time with me. Of course, I give it the best name ever, not an axe, because it's not an axe. Then on to the actual axe, which I promptly give the name Questions Later because we ask questions later. All right, sorry, I know, it's bad puns. And of course, my chest plate is the nipple protector because, you know, it has to be. I mean, what else is it used for? And then my elytra, which I promptly named Fly Me to the Moon. I don't know why I did that one, but it was off of a song. Then last but not least, we have the leggings, which I promptly name Do I Look Fat in These? Because I didn't want my butt to look big in these, okay? They're supposed to be like thinny, like pants, I don't know. And then I tried to name my boots, but I ran out of levels. So yeah, oh well. I'll do that in the next 100 days. Then I flew up to a local mountain and decided to enjoy my view of the sunset. 100 days later, I am able to watch the sunset fall on a grateful universe. Alright, that's it. 100 days spent in hardcore Minecraft. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, the support is amazing. Thank you very much, and have a great, amazing rest of your day. Peace out, everybody.